I have great news, everyone. Apple, yes, the best thing ever to happen to anyone ever is raising prices on the subscription services, and I couldn't be happier about it. It's just a great time to be alive. All these streaming services are raising their prices, and all of us are equally getting poorer because they are terrible. Look, I'll just say this. I think personally, the only one really worth subscribing to is HBO Max. And even then, it's getting iffy, but how else am I going to watch Smiling Friends? Either way, I have Hulu, but that's through my phone plan. If you get your streaming services from your phone plan, okay, it's a little different, but just paying outright for these now is just not worth it at all. So Apple, for example, raised the prices of all their most other subscription services. So just to put this in perspective, the new Apple TV price, Apple TV Plus. Why does everything do plus? I hate that. It costs $9.99, and it was $6.99. And when it launched in 2019, it was $4.99. It literally more than doubled in within 4 years. More than doubled. What extra services am I getting? Do you ask? Oh, you get, and yeah, those services, the services that don't exist. It's unbelievable. So standalone Apple TV. It was, even though it was originally $4.99, now it was $6.99. Now it's $9.99. Apple News $9.99. Now $12.99. How is Apple News more expensive than Apple TV Plus? Oh my God, this Plus things are just pissing me off. How are these how is the news cost more than Apple TV Plus? If you buy Apple News, I think you are whatever echelon is above Apple fanboy, like supreme Apple fan. I don't know. I don't see how. I don't know how that's worth it at all when news is mostly almost entirely free on the internet. Yeah, there's ads, but there's always ad blockers, whatever. Apple Arcade was $4.99, now $6.99. Again, not worth it. Really, really, really not worth it. I'd imagine the older crowd will get suckered into buying that. I mean, I know it's Jetpack Joyride 2, which are pretty cool. I think it has some interesting things on it. However, if they bring Resident Evil and Assassin's Creed Mirage to iPhone or Apple Arcade, that would justify a price. I mean, even if they hiked it, but still. Now, if you have Apple One, think you're still getting screwed. Don't worry. So it was $16.99. Now it's $19.95. Great. Family, $22.95 now to $25.95, and Premiere, whatever that gets you, is $32.95, $37.95. Okay, so I don't know. Do you live in a full adult house with 8 other adults, and you need to have the family plan? It's not like your child or something needs Apple News Plus. Saying plus just makes me cringe. Anyway. Yeah, so don't worry. Existing subscribers are going to see the increase on the next renewal date. Everything is terrible. Let's see here. Oh, I didn't know. Apparently, let's see. Apple raised the prices on a slew of its subscriptions last year, hiking the monthly cost of Apple TV Plus, Apple One, Apple Music. I didn't know they increased Apple Music. Wednesday announcement did not include price hikes for Apple Music or its fitness subscription plans. I don't know a single person who uses the fitness subscription plan, but I use Apple Music. Again, that's through my phone plan. And I mean, I like Apple Music a lot. If it wasn't so fully integrated with basically everything else I have Apple wise, I'd probably just go Spotify. We are focused on delivering the best experience possible for customers by constantly adding high quality entertainment content, innovative features to our services. What innovative features? Tell me what feature I'm getting that justifies this price hike. Man, we are getting poorer and poorer. And it that just makes it worse and worse. Granted, yes, you have the choice, but of not even having any entertainment. And honestly, I mean, if you have kids, it's a lot different. But as an adult, you realistically could get away with just not having any streaming service. You know, like, yeah, you wouldn't be caught up on cool shows, but you got YouTube's technically still free as it is. You know, there's other ways to watch at least videos or entertainment. I think I saw it. Yeah, let's see here. According to a new report from Antenna, U.S. subscribers are canceling streaming services at a record rate of 6%. Vulnerable subscriber canceling plans in September, the highest record rate. I really hope we can get that to 10%. Because we gotta and you have to show these companies, like, look, enough is enough. We're done with these price hikes. Figure out on your end, or we're just done, you know? And Apple reports strong services revenue in its last quarter, so sales up to $21.2 billion, increase of more than 8% year over year. Like, so Apple in of itself is, you know, making stupid amount of money. And I understand from a company's perspective, it's like, even if the whole company is making profit, if one sector isn't, it doesn't mean the rest of it, they want the rest, the other parts of the company to, you know, lift it up. They want that, just, they want to make it that profitable, which I understand to a degree, but this isn't the way. Like, what does Apple TV even have? Ted Lasso? And, I mean, I know that Godzilla show's coming out, which, I mean, I can't watch it. I'm not getting Apple TV Plus. It's just not, God, I hate saying Plus. Like, it's just not worth it. Apple One's not worth it. All these bundled together, not worth it. Not worth the price hike. Like, and it blows my mind that within 4 years they've more than doubled. That should be scary. That actually should be like, what's going to stop them from being a $20 a month service next year? You know. You know, it's just like these companies, man, we are getting rocked hard on subscription services. Like, I really believe you need to restrain yourself to one or less. And of like, and Goons games and good choices here, I'm gonna say your choices come down to HBO Max and Hulu. Yeah, I would genuinely just say those two. If you like anime, then go Crunchyroll. But yeah, HBO Max and Hulu. Netflix sucks now. I mean, yeah. I mean, actually, no, it just sucks. Netflix is pretty horrendous, and their pricing plans are pretty horrendous. Paramount Plus isn't bad, but I guess it's probably the best for those who have children. So that's more of the family friendly one. Peacock, Peacock is for nostalgia. So like, if you grew up, I guess kind of like me, where you have the King of Queens and I'd say I think everyone loves Raymond's on there too. But like old classic like sitcoms and stuff like that, sure, go Peacock. But HBO Max, I guess, is where it's at, and along with Hulu, but I'm totally up to debate on those. Honestly, everything's getting worse and worse. And don't worry, the SAG-AFTRA, whatever that's called, those well, I was gonna say rebellion, but those protests. There's no world where it's not going to negatively affect the rest of us. It's already in like their contract that they're negotiating. That, you know, like they get a higher percentage from streaming. Okay, so then the streaming company goes, okay, well, if they're wanting more money, we don't want to dish out more money, so we're going to raise the price on the consumers. There you go, and that's the joy of it. That's our life now. I hope you enjoy a life of super expensive subscription services. You know, it's like it's just okay. So like back to Apple though. Literally, don't get Apple Arcade. There's actually no reason to. Like, there's no reason to do that. There's literally no reason for Apple News Plus, unless like you are just the type of person that goes to a coffee shop, sits down, drinks a nice cup of Joe, and reads the news, and that's just how you get your jollies. Or like, you know, that if that's the kind of person you are, then that is what you like. I guess that works for you. I guess really, if your entertainment is more reading than entertainment visually, then sure, Apple News, I guess. But again, Like that should just be like whatever. I really can't believe that Apple News Plus is $13 a month. I had no idea, and that's just like depressing. Apple TV, there's no world where that's a justifiable price. You'll watch Ted Lasso and then you're done. Like Jon Stewart recently quit Apple TV. The problem with Jon Stewart, I'm not sure they had like creative differences. I don't know. Apparently, he wanted to do like segments on China or something, and they're like, no, we can't. You can't. No, you have to. You gotta work with them because Apple and China have a good relationship. Let's see here. This year alone, Warner Bros. Discovery. Well, isn't Discovery in HBO Max anyway? Or just Max. Sorry, it's just Max. Comcast, Peacock, Disney Plus. That's a joke. If you get Disney Plus, I guess if you're a massive Marvel fan and you just love rewatching all those movies that are getting progressively worse and worse, then sure, go Disney Plus. Hulu. And Hulu, Alphabet's YouTube TV, I don't know what's on, and Netflix, here's have hiked prices. Add up, the cost of these services now rival the dread cable TV bundle. Yeah, so it's like we've come full circle, and it's just not a good time. So congratulations, everyone. You're all getting progressively poorer. I really hope you're in the 6%. I, again, only pay for HBO Max. Actually, I split that with my partner. So for the year. So that's until they do password crackdown services. I'm okay there. Hulu I get from my phone provider. So that's really nice. So like weigh your options. See with these price hikes, now it might actually be worth to upgrade your phone plan to offset that cost because because the new price might not be reflected in the upgrade phone plan, and I think they contractually have to give it to you during the duration of your contract. Although I could be wrong, they might have some clause where it's like we're able to stop this whenever we want, which would be really, 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 really lame. But I wouldn't put it past them. Apparently Apple has said our customers are more engaged as we have transacting accounts and paid accounts on the ecosystem. The subscription business is very healthy with a growth of 150 million paid subscribers just in the last 12 months. It's almost double to what we had 3 years ago. If you have more than double your subscribers, why are you raising the price? Obviously, you're doing very well. I can't believe. Well. Wait, I mean, I guess 150 million divided by 3 different services: news, TV, arcade. Oh, news, TV, arcade, fitness. News, TV, arcade, fitness. I think that's the 4, right? I'm not including Apple. Oh, and Apple Music. Yeah, so TV, news, arcade, music, fitness. So actually, really between 5. 5 subscriptions, they're making 120 million. So almost all of them are being raised. So obviously, it's not like one of them is failing. I'm so surprised by the Apple News thing, but let me know your thoughts. This just gave me a headache and made me very sad as someone who is now being affected by what is commonly being called being poor. It's not a fun time. Because these companies are raising prices and literally giving zero incentive to stay. It's just like there's no massive new must-watch shows, right? Like I think there's no Breaking Bad of today. There, we really took those days for granted, didn't we? And here we are. So let me know in your comments below. Am I overreacting? Am I being? I don't know. Just help me with the algorithm. Have a good one, guys.